A sincere greeting goes to all the guests joining this one-day East Rift Valley Longtian bicycle tour. First of all, we will take you to the Beinan Cultural Park, and here we will also introduce the Beinan underground excavations, dating back to the Neolithic period. Then we will head to famous Vankiu ice cream store to enjoy their famous ice cream with unique flavors such as custard apple and pineapple ice stick. Passing through the Temple of the Groundkeeper, we will see the 400-year-old autumn apple tree. Here we can have an Arenga civic coffee, which has a unique flavor. Later on, we will enjoy the famous 8-part harmonic singing in the Bunu Tribe Park to experience a bit of Aboriginal life. At the tourism tea farm of Lulay Highland, we can taste the famous Fulu tea and look around this lovely tea farm. Riding on our bikes at ease, we will slowly go wandering around this rectangular layout of the farmland. Our last stop is the cultural store of Ame to buy some gifts from Taitung. We hope you enjoy this wonderful day trip. The Beinan site is at east-south mountainside of Beinan Mountain, Taitung, Taiwan. It is a representative historical site of the Beinan culture, which happened during the Neolithic period. The Taitung new train station's construction work started in 1980. This was also the year that Beinan site revealed itself to the world. The archaeologists suggested to build an outdoor museum on the Beinan site and continued the digging. In 1991, the area was planned to be the Beinan Cultural Park. According to the archaeologists, the Beinan site was active during 5,300 to 2,300 years ago. Among this time, from 3,500 to 2,300 years ago, is the most prosperous time. The site is over 300,000 square meters, which is also the largest prehistorical site discovered in Taiwan. Also the most marvelous grouping graveyard site in Southeast Asia. Beinan Cultural Park is the first park with historical site also to be the archaeological site at the same time in Taiwan. It is absolutely the biggest and the most valuable site. It is famous for exhibiting the Beinan site. Tourists can get to know the digging process. The displaying is mainly about the graveyards and living environment in Beinan culture. Also the stone coffins and the living tools they used. So far, more than 400 coffins have been discovered. Also, the first homes built in the prehistoric period was unearthed. A large number of jade, stone tools, pottery were found. Moreover, production tools such as sickles, stone knives, and fishing sinkers were also excavated. The moon-shaped pillar is the landmark of Beinan culture, and it has been classified as a Grade 1 historical site. The pillar is originally a part of a house to support the beams. It wasn't moon-shaped originally. After years of weathering flaking, the upper part was eroded to moon-shape. This is known as moon-shaped pillars. The Beinan Cultural Park covers 18 hectares. There's a wide lawn and paths that lead you to explore the park. Also, you can enjoy the Taichung city view with the lookouts. The park combines both educational meaning and fun. The most important is that it provides a very good example for us to know more about our history in Taiwan. The Vankyo ice cream store is located in Beinan Township. The name of Vankyo in the Beinan Aboriginal language means little spice. According to the WTO Agreement on Agricultural Imports, the custard apple production of Vankyo was founded in 2000, combining local agricultural products to produce ice cream and ice sticks. Farming here consists mostly of custard apples. Custard apples are also known as ananaceae. Shaving the mellow custard apple to peel off, then frozen. This process will make it chewy and the taste is sour and sweet with pineapple flavor. The custard apple ice cream and ice stick contains 50% pulp, 50% milk, and no water, so it has a very rich taste. In addition to custard apple, pineapple sticks are also produced here. It is man-made with traditional ways to produce each ice stick and maintain their unique flavor and dense taste of sour and sweet. The delicious smell remains in your mouth. This old-school traditional flavor reminds us of our memories of childhood. The custard apple production insists that only local agricultural products are used, like fresh milk from Tsulu, daylily from Taimali, and plums from all the local farms around here. Consumers can taste 100% fruit pop, which keeps the strong flavor and pulp. Not only is it cool and refreshing, it's also good for your health. Custard apple ice cream is uncommon to see. It's famous for its special texture and flavor. It provides a typical Taiwanese local flavor, and it has become a popular dessert at banquets. Taiwan is the biggest producer of custard apples in the world, and Taitung has become the largest growing area, which produces the most famous and most delicious fruit on the island. We can have a walk on the fruit farm after having ice cream to understand how big the farm is and how many different kinds of apples they grow. If you can come to Vankyu store at the fruit season, not only can you have ice cream, but also buy some custard apples to share with your family. Besides ice cream, there are many local productions and souvenirs that you can choose. The boar pasture is located in the Beinan township of Taitung County. The owner got many farm tools and animals from aboriginals by exchanging goods. At one time he had 600 boars living here. This is where the name boar pasture comes from. In 2001, Taitung had a fever for coffee, so the owner of the boar pasture started to grow organic coffee. He grows 5,000 coffee trees in the 3.5 hectares of land he owns, and he planted rare Taiwanese-style civet coffee. He turns the civet coffee organic farm from the boar pasture. Now the civet coffee originated in Indonesia. The civets will choose the mellow and juicy coffee to eat. After ingesting the bean and passing it through the digestive tract, the coffee beans are given a unique flavor and becomes a very precious coffee bean. In 1989, his friends brought him 200 civet cats. Those cats love to eat the soft and sweet fruit. This is how civet coffee came about. This civet coffee farm is covered by plenty of trees, whose rich branches become a natural safety cover. It won't damage the nature nor the habitat of the civet cats. The civet cats on display produce coffee on the farm. The 10 cats on display always stick together while they sleep. If you step closer, you can have a little bit of a smell. The traditional way to produce civet coffee is to feed the civet cats coffee beans. After the cats digest the beans, they rid themselves of the beans. The owner tries to use this revolutionary techniques to combine the nature and technology. Through extraction and probiotics from the Taiwanese civet cats, he uses hot fermentation techniques to work outside the stomach of the civet cat. This brand of new coffee not only keeps a unique flavor, but is also safer and more sanitary. It has been appraised for the precious and rare civet coffee in the world. There's two kinds of civet coffee, golden beans and biotechnology. Both are new stars on the coffee market. The brand Golden Beans comes from the intestinal canal of the civet cats, which brings out the original flavor. The biotechnology brand beans extract 4 kinds of lactobacillus to successfully bring out special flavors. The deep sea coffee has outstanding flavors. Extraction of the coffee bean combines the deep sea biotechnology It uses the negative ions from deep sea to fermentate. The bitter, sour, mellow fragrance bring up many different levels of coffee flavor. The most special kind is using the whole bean grinded for Taiwanese deep sea coffee and drip coffee. The good coffee shouldn't have coffee grounds. The deep sea coffee extraction makes many coffee lovers explore how good it is. The Civet coffee is a professionally well-made coffee. It was chosen by the Agriculture in 1998 as a local feature. The farm's owner has stayed with animals for a long time here on the farm. It is located on the hillside. This gives all the animals a suitable environment according to their behavior. Not only are there boars on the farm, but also sika deer, snow deer, and sheep. Besides having all these animals, the owner also grows the mountain grapes. These grapes can be used to brew wine from the roots and seeds. Now he has a license to produce this organic wine made of mountain grapes. Although it is just a farm, he also has a rich insect ecology. Many kinds of species of butterfly will arrive here in the summer. We can admire the wild nature life as a bonus. The organic civet coffee farm has done the research on the extraction of civet coffee, all in this hidden mountain Taitung. Taitung has not just been a paradise for living, it has also become a new base for organic agriculture. Passing through the Luming Bridge in Luye Township on the No. 9 Provincial Highway, you can see a 400-year-old autumn maple tree on the right side of the road, just behind the Temple of the Groundkeeper. With so many cars passing through on the No. 9 Provincial Highway, it is not easy to notice this lush giant tree, which has a full history. During the World War II, Taiwan was a colony of Japan. According to the documents, on the site of the Truli Village and Mingfeng Village were Japan's biggest field hospitals during the Japanese occupation. The 34th year of the Republic of China, 1945, the Captain Longtian came to take over the field hospital in the war zone as the address of Truli Village and Mingfeng Village. After Captain Longtian retired, he lived here and then held the post of village leader. People used to call him Old Village Head. He did lots of contributions to Taiwan. He enjoyed the love and respect of the people. In 1999, Longtian passed away. His family donated this land to Mingfeng community for the development project of recovering precious old trees. They also regulated this old tree as property. The autumn maple tree is 25 meters high, 2.5 meters wide, and is over 400 years old. There was a red fruit fig tree that fell on the autumn maple tree accidentally about 30 years ago. It had been weathered through the years. The red fruit fig tree already tightened up all around the autumn tree. The maple tree and the fig tree tightened up with coiled roots and branches, which complicated their growth. They say it had died several times, then was reborn again like a miracle. They stick together like a couple nowadays. It is a rare natural sight to see on the No. 9 Provincial Highway. If you pass by the No. 9 Provincial Highway on the East Rift Valley, you might as well stop to admire how amazing this 400-year-old autumn maple tree really is. Taoyuan Village is a beautiful township at the hillside of Center Mountain. It's the hometown of the Bunun indigenous tribe. Traditional Bununese exists on easy agricultural farming and hunting for a living. Bunun Aboriginal District was established in 1997 by Father Bai, also a part of the Hope Project created by Father Bai. This project provides job opportunities to Bunun's young people. It helps them gain the confidence of their traditional culture to be a proud Aboriginal. Bunun's Aboriginal District is not only giving an opportunity to Aboriginals to display their modern arts and crafts, but it also provides us with a chance to experience the Aboriginal life. A tribal coffee shop was established inside the district. All the furniture they use combines modern and Aboriginal art. You can enjoy Aboriginal meals and coffee here. Handicraft shops, knitting workshops, and many expositions by Aboriginal artists all gather in this district. You can't miss the famous 8-part harmonic in the theater. It's a treasure of Bunang culture, which shows off their Aboriginal talents. The tribal bed and breakfast provides an opportunity to understand the Aboriginal culture, also giving job vacancies to the local people and pass on the Bunang traditional culture. The whole Aboriginal district combines the art of the Aboriginals and tours of their farmland. It shows the Bunang culture and life to tourists. Luye Gao Tai Tea Farm is located in Longtian and Yong'an at the intersection of the Central Mountains and the Coastal Mountain Range. It is the earliest developed tea farming area in Taiwan. The climatic factors cause the early spring and late winter situation. Plus, with good drainage here, it is perfect for cultivating tea trees. The Qingxin Oolong Fulu tea, which is grown here, is well known. Luye Gao Tai is a very good location. From there, you can see the neat farm view of Longtian village and the intersection of Luliao River and Beinan River. The beauty of the scenery will take your breath away. Luye Gao Tai's altitude is about 350 feet above sea level, and due to the unique conditions in the valley and plains, these terrain features make it perfect venue for air sports. The route starts from Luye Gao Tai and ends at Longtian Landing Field, which is the best paragliding base in Taiwan. When you look up in the sky, the parachutes make the sky very colorful. Along the roads are Taiwan luen trees and kapok trees. With the fresh air and the breathtaking views, how could you not fall in love with it? During the Japanese occupation, immigrants from everywhere started to visit Longtian village for the sugarcane planting. After the victory war with Japan, the government built the pineapple area. Later on, the Fulu tea rose up and Longtian village developed into a tourist spot. When you first arrive, you can immediately feel the comfortable atmosphere here, and of course the amazing view around. In the 1.2-kilometer green tunnel, you can ride on a bicycle exploring the Longtian Art Tea Park. At the highest point of Luye Gao Tai Tree Farm, there's an arbor for you to appreciate the farm view. The popular balloon fiesta is also held here. When it's not the time for the fiesta, it's a hot spot for grass sliding. In recent years, the Taitung County government made Luye Gao Tai more and more famous with the balloon fiesta, which has become an annual summer event since 2011. The best time to watch the balloon rising up is at dawn and evenings in the day. The pilots go up to the sky with balloons in different colors and shapes. The sky becomes a catwalk for balloons. The founder of Chun Ai Chi, Mr. Ming Hua Li, decided to create a brand in the goal of a non-profit and to solve the economic and job problems in Luye, Taitung. Every popsicle from Chun Ai Chi is handmade using fresh local fruits. The staff are all from the neighborhood. This provides them more job opportunities and keeps the skills local. Localization can also introduce Taiwanese fruit to the market. Now let us go to the historical township Longtian village. It was a hunting ground in the early years for the Beinan people. It has been called Luliao. After Japanese colonization, Longtian district set up the professional planning zone, attracting lots of new immigrants from the west coast to here. In 1961, it separated this district into two villages, Luye and Longtian. Longtian village has a long historical standing and human culture. It is famous for the abundance of butterflies. It has kept the 100-year-old buildings from the Japanese colonization period in the Longtian Junior High School. This period of history has given us different cultural features in Longtian village. All the roads are wide and extensive and flat in this village, roaming in the beautiful chessboard farms. Listen to the birds and the humming of the insects. Feel the wind. This pleasant life can be so easy. All the family can ride on the bikes and go freely back and forth slowly in this magnificent Dunglan mountain. The pure view of the village makes up the rich biological environment. You can enjoy the historic, cultural, and customs of its people. The Longtian Junior High School is located in Longtian Township of Lulie Village. It was established in 1917 for Japanese children. This junior high school includes general studies and advanced studies. The Luye Senior High School was established in 1923 at the right side of Luye Junior High School. It was incorporated into Longtian Junior High School after the Second War. It still keeps two buildings of Japanese style in the school. One is the dorm of the schoolmaster. The other is the Luye Daycare Center. It was established in 1928. It was the first daycare center. So many old trees standing in the school nowadays. There are over 10 trees nearly 100 years old. The precious old maple tree, black pine trees, and banyan trees are still standing, towering like giants. The location of the Guanzi Temple is where the Luye Shrine originated. Luye Shrine disappeared for a long time. There is only one base left. Local people don't want to damage the base by repairs, so decided not to rebuild it. The Tourism Bureau, spending over $50 million, invited Japanese constructors to repair the Luye Shrine. It reappeared as the traditional shrine and Japanese gate. This will be the most complete shrine for tourism sightseeing. At the first year of Guanzi Temple, the priest Zhen Yang had been spiritually practicing here for 2 months. The Chinaberry tree, which besides the priest Zhen Yang discussed Buddha Dharma, it stood on Guanzi Temple alongside. Village people always meet here and talk in this place. This Chinaberry tree is over 80 years old. Because people always discuss Buddha under this tree, it has been named Tzu tree in memory of the first place priest Zhen Yang had ever been to. Guanzi Temple now is a famous sightseeing spot. Because the priest Zhen Yang had lived here, people are always curious about this place. Some passionate people teamed up to form the Association of the Longtian Butterfly. They expanded to grow the honey plant for restoration of the golden birdwing butterfly. It is always finding honey nectar in the flowers. Watching these butterflies is the most magnificent scene in this village. You can find the butterflies foraging in the garden when the calico flower is in bloom. If we're lucky enough, we can see the process of eclosion when the butterfly emerges from its pupa. The Longtian Association protects the biological behavior of the golden birdwing butterfly at every developmental stage, like spawning, larva, pupa to eclosion. Longtian Village is the first restoration site for any butterfly in Taiwan. The Longtian Village, Yudai, Taidong, is a lovely and peaceful township. Mr. Ran's grocery store is a popular place for locals. The reason is not only for his fully stocked store, but also because of his human kindness. This store has the retro outfit. It is a simple and easy space that brings people together with its warm and home-like feeling. This store features no brand chain, no well-known stuff. It sells only local agricultural crops. It all comes from farmers' exertion. The vegetables and fruit sold here are all natural. Those farmers can put up their crops for sale, or or exchange them with goods in this store. Set up as a communication center with the local agriculture, not only sharing in the production, but also sharing as a local leisure place. The owner insists in the traditional way of kilning pineapple, banana, and lemon into dried goods. This grocery store looks simple and normal, but the interior is made by wood with old school style. Take your time to enjoy the local Taitung coffee or a plate of Longtian pineapple. Such is a pleasurable place, it's worth it for you to come here. From the Japanese colony, Longtian used to produce black tea. Since 1982, the tea improvement founded the branch in Longtian, Taitung, training tea farmers to improve the quality of the tea. Fulu tea started to become famous. It mainly exported originally, but it wasn't going well, so they turned to importing. The village office focused on the development of tourism and agricultural tourism recently, and now there are many leisure tourism farms standing here. Tourists can experience in the field admiring the local Longtian farm view. The Longtian Red Oolong tea is a brand new revolutionary product. It was a collective by tea farmers. It brought a full, mellow, fruity flavor. Its taste stays in one's mouth strongly. You can even smell it while drinking. Lingwang Tea Factory is outstanding and has been classified as a 5-star grade from over 400 factories in Taiwan. The factory is devoted to a clean room environment. For health reasons, they started taking their shoes off. Keeping the leaves so that they won't drop down to the floor also keeps it clean. Outside the door is a screen house used for withering by the sunlight. To make an oolong tea with black tea flavor, one needs to control the temperature and humidity in the withering room. The red oolong tea is famous in Taiwan. During the process of restart and revolution in the village, old things need some ideas to change. The tea factory has already developed the citron tea. When the farmers sell poorly, acquiring great amount of citrus by the factory, through a complicated process it produces the citrus tea. The tourism tea farm brings new life to the traditional tea factory, attracting more people to understand this tea-making process. The special way to produce lemon tea is empty lemon first. Use the pulp to soak within red oolong tea, then stuffing all the leaves inside lemons. Tighten it with rope. Dry the whole thing over slowly. After that, we can have a great tea time for sure. Yulei is where red oolong tea comes from. It's a revolution in Taiwan's tea history, one of the typical Taiwanese teas. Over 60 years old, Wuling Green Tunnel is a leisure place to walk. Camphor trees cover most of the landscape here. Mixed in with some casuarina, the magnificent landscape became a famous spot to shoot commercials. The Green Tunnel has been classified as a road landscape and landscape ecology by Longtian local office. It is a low-speed roadway for walking and biking. For spreading the good quality production and Taitung's agriculture, Yong'an District called all the people who love to work for Taitung culture to work together to establish the Market 2626 Taitung. The market starts on the second Saturday of every month from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and raised a holiday market at Wuling Green Tunnel every month. The organic, recycled, creative local produce and crafts are the main subject of the market. It also brings more experienced activists and commentators to create a society of productions and marketing. There's a good amount of quality agricultural products produced from this rich land. The craftsmen make more and more handicrafts to bring business for the township. While walking in the wonderful green tunnel, enjoy the local agricultural products such as coffee and oolong tea, and slow down at tea time. This is such a good way to spend your afternoon. The owner moved to Taitung from his hometown Pingdong, which is 200 miles away. Thus he named his restaurant 200 Miles Hakka Noodle. He is attracted to cooking and wanted to bring Hakka food to Taitung. The noodles with soup or dry noodles are both delicious. This restaurant is always full of customers on the weekend. The cold vegetable fern is the most popular here. Spoiled vegetable fern blended with sweet and sour dressing. That's fantastic. Ame Cultural House is all about the locals and the Aboriginals. Showing the process of making rice cakes in the house, there are 7 subjects to describe the relationship between Ame tribe and millet. It helps you understand the interesting story about their rice cake. Besides the wonderful view, you can also enjoy the great food in the Ame Cultural House. The rice cake, originally called dulang, is a famous dessert made only for ceremonies. After Master Afa improved the rice cake, Ame rice cake had a variety of flavors. There is so much flavored filling in this skinny coating. The structure is soft but doesn't stick on your teeth. It uses the natural seed sugar instead of man-made sugar. There are so many souvenirs of Taitung in this house, and they are all made locally. Tourists who come to Taitung have lots of choices to buy souvenirs for their friends and family from the Ame Cultural House.